Phrasing. What is it? That is the question. This is the key to expression in music. And if we define phrasing, it's kind of focusing on how we shape a series or sequence of notes in a passage. If I can give you an example, quite often we're using this every day in our life when we communicate with each other, talking. And if I were to speak to you right now with no phrasing, it's the key to expression in music. We want to avoid that in music. We want to really bring it to life and give it direction and shape. And now you can hear there's a lot of inflection or air in the voice. And in music, we very much do the same thing in quartet playing, and indeed in any form of music making. I wanted to give you an example on a way to achieve shaping in the second movement of Shostakovich's 11th string quartet. And here is a classic case that pops up in many pieces that we all play, which is sometimes an accompanying line might just have the same note for a very long time. Initially, you might approach it like this. Maybe we can do a duet together, Helena. Now, that's kind of acceptable, but I reckon we can make it more interesting, can't we? So now I'm going to think about what Helena's line's doing. In fact, maybe you play a couple of bars. Oh, that inspires me. I can hear it going up and down. That makes me want to shape with you. So this is just one tip of many where you can devote 80% of your ears to other parts around you, in this case, Helena's moving melodic line. Another example of shaping in music can be found in this example by Mendelssohn, where all four of us are playing a chorale-like opening in his Opus 13 string quartet in A minor. This movement is very expressive and has a very vocal quality. And there are a few tools, just a couple of quick tips that we can use to bring these opening bars to life. Perhaps we can play it once with absolutely zero expression and only observe the markings literally in the score. Now, if you could see the score, you would see there's actually a crescendo written going to nowhere, technically in the part, and you may have noticed the second violinist here really exaggerating that and going to forte. But in the context of the piece, we see that afterwards there's a piano, which suggests that the crescendo doesn't go too high. So something that's interesting in the score is that we have all the exact same dynamics marked in our parts. However, there is one voice that the ear craves to hear, and that is the melody line in this instance. And I have a feeling somebody in the quartet does have the melody. Who would that be? I think it's Helena Paul. So now we're going to play this again, and really the key to this is quite often if you can't hear the melody, you're too loud. A trick that you can do when you're playing in a string quartet is actually to watch where the left hand goes. So quite often you might notice in any of our videos, we're all looking at each other's left hands and where the bows are. And this is an extra thing that is crucial in shaping a phrase and giving it a real sense of beauty and sculpting. These are just a few elements that you can combine in your practice and crucial to creating a beautiful, warm phrase.